Yep.
Uh,
Intro.
Hi everyone, my name is Last Fox Aaron. I am a dimensional hopping shapeshifter currently in the form of a fox, and this is Yami Brooke, aka Mom, aka anything, I don't know, all your nicknames. Fae creature, we're all mom's kids.
Yeah, you know. Yami Brooke, Mom. You pretty much covered it.
But yeah, so we're covering the epic musical. We're going through all the animatics, and we're talking about the music, the characters, and just random bits of history because that just ends up happening.
And that's what happens when you review a fan fiction of history, right?
Yeah, usually I like history, and so like sometimes my brain will blank on it, and then I'll remember later and be like, "Oh, I'm stupid. That's the correct thing. It's fine." But yeah,
that's what post notes are for.
That's what post notes are for, where I get to be sassy at myself.
Yes.
So this next saga, obviously.
Sorry.
I think you're fine. Are you okay?
Yes. Everything's fine.
Are you sure?
Yes, everything's fine, I promise.
Sus. So this next saga is called the Cyclops saga, and you can probably guess what this is going to be about.
It's about nobody.
Nobody. But yeah. So, again, I know this musical front and back. Mom knows bits and pieces, and also just knows the Odyssey in general. She's watched the movie. I've read things. I didn't watch the movie. I didn't know there was a movie until like this year.
Look. We had to watch it in high school. That movie, I looked it up. It was recorded in 1994. It looks a lot older. It looks so old.
I bet. Yeah, I haven't watched the movie. Maybe at some point I'll watch it and see how it is.
We should do a watch along of that.
Maybe. I'm just sitting here giving like notes, like that's incorrect, that's incorrect, that's incorrect. It's fine.
Let's do it. 4-hour long episode. Let's go.
Let's go. I mean, Stray was the last episode of Stray was almost 4 hours long.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically a stream, right?
Yeah, basically.
As long as we don't pause.
As long as we don't pause, that's true. I mean, we can always cut the pauses out. But
it's true. But more editing.
It's fine. All right, are you ready to start the first song in this saga?
I am ready. Is it Polyphemus?
Yes.
Okay.
You at 0-0?
I'm at 0-0.
Okay. So this is done by Mercy. I love their idea for this, and I'll explain it later. But I really loved their idea for this, and it's really nice. So.
Over here.
Oh, is this the cave that they were talking about?
Yes, this is the cave.
Oh my.
I can't believe this cave has all this for us to
He also brought a little friend if you pay attention.
I've gotta hand it to you both. This is quite the treat. There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet. It's almost too perfect.
Almost,
too
yes.
good to be true.
You might think so.
Why would the Lord
oh, there's the little friend.
pass up on all this food?
Oh my. Jesus! That's much scarier than the Cyclops that I saw in the movie. That's downright terrifying.
Come in peace.
You killed my sheep. My favorite sheep.
Oh no.
What gives you the right to deal a pain so deep?
Oh my.
Don't you know that pain you sow is pain you reap? Time to drink your blood over where you stand.
Jesus.
Your life now is in my hand. Before I'm done, you will learn that it's not so fun to take. You came to my home to steal.
Oh my.
You become my meal. A trade you see, take from you like you took from me.
There's been a misunderstanding. We never came here to steal. But now that I see we've done some damage, maybe you and I can make a deal. I'll give you our finest treasure, so long as we leave alive. You can keep the world's best tasting wine.
Wine?
World's best
Have a
tasting
drink.
wine.
One sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hands. A wine so fresh, you'd never want to eat human flesh again. Then we
Is
shall
it
be
even
on our
wine?
way. No bloodshed in here
Okay.
today. A trade you see, gift from you and a gift from me.
I'd like to thank you. Stranger, what's your name?
My name is Nobody, Nobody, Nobody.
Nobody. For your gift, I've won to reply.
I'm so glad we see eye to eye.
Yes, you shall be the final
Get ready.
to die.
What?
What?
Watch out!
Pause. You
Okay.
get it? Okay. Cool. We're
For
at 0-0
your
on that.
kindness, you'll be the last one to die. Jesus.
Yeah. So I chose this specific I chose Mercy's because my favorite joke about it is biblically accurate Cyclops.
It was beautiful. Like
I love
it was
the design.
terrifying. It was much more
My-
terrifying than Cyclopes. Usually are.
Yeah. I love this design and I love like the fear and terror that this creature
Yeah.
gives, and it's beautiful.
Agreed.
Yeah. So your opinions on the song?
It was good. The Cyclops not only looks terrifying, but sounds terrifying. Like, wow.
So that was actually done with I don't remember what the actual equipment is called, but that is done by Jorge. But he just modified his voice and then had it echoed behind him.
Gotcha.
It's done by him, and it's so good because you can't tell that it's
No, I
played by
couldn't.
the same person that does Odysseus.
Yeah. Fascinating. Yeah, the voice was great. The visuals were fantastic. That they're like, hey, yo, this is like too good to be true, man. Yeah, it is. If it feels like it is, it is.
It is. But I like the idea that Polites just like the Lotus Eater so much that he can't a little pet. He can't a little
Yeah.
pet.
Yeah, little mascot friend.
A little mascot, a little minion, if you
Now he's
would.
gonna be killed along with the rest of them. But he regrets becoming a mascot.
I don't think so. But it is. I do like the art style. It was the first one I ever saw, and I was just like, oh my fucking god, I love it. I had listen. I had a
Yes.
hard time because part of me was like, maybe I should be nice and shouldn't get the scary guy, and I was like, fuck it, scary guy.
Scary guy is perfect.
The scary guy is perfect. But yeah,
He don't
No
look like
one
a
is-
classic Cyclops, but I like him.
right. He has a really good. I loved his hooves. Like,
I wasn't even looking at the hooves. I was looking at the hands.
Okay.
The
hands,
like
the
the face was great too. The hands were like, whew. Man.
Like there's just a lot going on, and you're
There
just like, I don't know
is.
what to focus on.
You killed my favorite sheep. I'ma kill all of you.
Right. Right.
And you for giving me the wine. Yeah, you can go last.
Yeah.
I'll let you watch the rest of them die first.
Right. Which in the Odyssey, how it plays out. Listen, his men in the Odyssey just suck. But it doesn't exactly play out the same in the Odyssey that it does in the musical. But I like.
didn't think so. I don't remember this scene completely. I remember
Yeah.
how they get out. And I remember the
Yeah.
nobody.
Like when we get through this entire saga, I can talk about how that scene actually
Yeah.
plays out.
Absolutely.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
My brothers, the rest of our fleet, they wait at the beach. And if we're defeated, they're good as dead. Straight ahead, that is who we're fighting. No backup, no chance for support. So draw out your sword. Our foe must be thwarted right here and now. Show me how great is your will to survive. 600 lives at stake. It's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our journey's over. No dying on me now. Defeat is not allowed. We must live through this day. So fight, fight, fight. Surround him. Attack from behind. Keep distance in mind. And stay in his blind spot and strike his heels. Strike the heels. Show him that we're deadly. Exhaust him. Don't let him get close. He's strong but he's slow. He can't land a blow if we're out of reach. Find a breach. Stand up and fight for your lives. 600 lives at stake. It's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our journey's over. Push forward! We must live through this day, so fight, fight, fight.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was coming.
Enough.
He's got a club. He's got a club!
Oof. Oof. Oh man.
Captain!
Ah!
Captain!
Ah! Ooh! Mmm.
You've heard me enough. 600 lives I'll take. 600 lives I'll break. And when I kill you, then my fate is over. Your
All right, pause.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my.
So that was a continuation from Mercy.
Mhm.
It's very fluid, same flow
Mhm.
as where we left off. Uh, but yeah, you were right. Policies die.
I ain't getting over to him, and I'm like, he's gonna die in this video, isn't he?
Yeah. It's usually the Cinnabons that die.
Yeah. I love how devastating that first death is for Odysseus. Like, if it had been anyone else, maybe he could have gotten angry at least, but like, oh, that was just like full stop.
Yeah.
And
It
I
was-
also really like the parallel that he drew between yeah, I gotta take this life to save all of my men. I had to take the life of the child to save everyone. How many more lives you gotta take, man? Are you gonna make this comparison through the whole thing? You know, take a life, take a life, take a life. How many murders, sir? Anyway.
But Polites is the first death, but also 6 other men died, so now he has 593 men.
Did he also take out say his name again? The devil.
Polyphemus?
No.
Eurylochus?
Eurylochus, yeah, that guy.
Eurylochus is still around.
Okay,
The way to remember his name is You Really Cuss.
Right. I thought I saw him on the ground at the end. But okay. So
He
he's
was
still
trying
alive.
to drag Odysseus away.
Okay. Alright, so he's still alive.
He's still
Oh,
alive. This is where the dynamics will start to change between the two of them. Because now there's not an angel to balance everything out.
There's no more cinnamon roll.
There
There is
goes
only
cinnamon roll.
what's anti-cinnamon roll? Jalapeno
roll?
popper? No. No, what? What would be an anti-cinnamon roll?
I don't know, because all I know is cinnamon roll and then cinnamon roll.
No, he's not that.
No. I don't know. That would be a discussion for the comments. Tell me,
Indeed. Tell us.
Opposite?
Yes. If you have a cinnamon roll on one shoulder, what's on the other shoulder?
So yeah. But yeah, but yeah, Polites' death definitely affects a lot of people because, like, he's the little cinnamon roll, and then he just fucking dies. So, obviously, trauma for all of them.
Trauma for you, trauma for your cow, trauma.
Right? So much trauma. Everyone gets a trauma. But yeah, but that was obviously Polyphemus, and then that song, that one was Survive. That song was called Survive. I like both of those songs. They're both done by Mercy. They do a really good depiction of that scenario. It's just, I don't know. I like the idea that, like, Polites kept a little friend, and then the little friend's just sitting there watching all this, terrified out of his little mind.
Oh,
all he does is eat lotus. All he eats is the lotus plant, and now he's just like, I don't understand what's going on. I just want to eat my food.
I was in a peaceful place. We didn't worry about nothing. We stayed high all the time. I want to go back to that. This is too real, man.
Right? Alright. But yeah. This is the second song in the Troy saga. Not Troy saga, the Cyclops saga. It's the part that everyone remembers and the part that everyone hates, but yet it exists. Because, like, everyone's like, my boy!
Look, I saw that boy getting killed a mile away.
You're not the first. You're not the first.
I don't even remember him in the Odyssey. I don't even remember him, but I saw that coming a mile away. Look, it's been a long. So I have seen the Odyssey. It has been a long time. Like I said, I saw it in high school.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched
ironically,
it since.
I guess I will spoil this for the book. Polyphemus actually lives a lot longer than this. So.
Okay.
In the book. So him dying here was a surprise to fucking everyone.
Oh.
When this first came out, because people who really knew the Odyssey was just like, what do you mean he's dead?
Oh man, that's great. That's great. That's how you keep even the people who know on their toes.
Right? It was just like, what? That's great though. But yeah. He dies here and we get to see what happens after. Any expectations before we hop into it?
Expectations. I feel like he's gonna get a pep talk from you really cuss. You really
good job.
You really
cuss, yes.
I feel like he's gonna get a pep talk. Probably not a nice pep talk like he would have gotten from
Pilates.
I keep wanting to call him Pilates.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Hashtag Pilates.
Hashtag Pilates, and you really cuss, man.
Oh my god. Alrighty.
Okay. Yes, he's gonna get a not so nice pep talk. And then he's gonna get his act together. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, let's find out if you're right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Dissociation?
We must move quickly. We don't have much time. He didn't notice I mixed lotus in his wine.
Oh.
Mark my words now. This is not the end.
But Captain, what do we do with our fallen friends?
Remember them when the fire begins to fade. For the fallen and afraid, we are not to let them die.
Alright, so he's giving the pep talk.
We're the ones who carry on.
Yeah, a little different.
Flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die in vain. I need all our hands on this club. This is how we're getting out of here. Use your swords to sharpen a stub and turn it to a giant spear. Let's kill him. His body is blocking the path. If we kill him, we'll be stuck inside.
Captain, where do we attack him?
We gotta stab him in the eye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it happened, no.
For the fallen and afraid, we are not to let them die in vain. Remember them.
We're the ones who carry on. The flames of those who've gone, and our comrades will not die in vain. No! Scatter!
Who hurt you? There are more of them? Who hurt you?
What? What?
Captain, we should run.
Wait.
Who hurt you? Captain, please.
Wait.
It was nobody. If nobody hurts you, be silent. Don't go.
let's grab the sheep and away we go.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a threat until he's dead. Finish it.
No.
No?
Uh-oh.
What good would killing do when mercy is a skill more of this world could learn to use? My friend is dead, our foe is blind. The blood we shed, it never dries. Is this what it means to be a warrior of the mind?
Don't.
Hey, Cyclops! When we met, I led with peace, while you fed your inner beast. But my comrades will not die in vain. Remember them. The next time that you dare, choose not to spare. Remember them. Remember us. Remember me. I'm the reigning king
Uh-oh.
of Mythological.
Oh, honey.
Neither man nor
Oh, no.
Wow, why did that yourself?
You don't want to do that!
I am the infamous Odysseus!
Honey. If you were gonna let him live, you shouldn't have done that!
Alright, pause. But yeah, that was... So that was Remember Them. You were right about a pep talk, just not the way it was gonna go. But yeah. That is the more what Cyclops were supposed to look like.
Oh,
But
well, yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I feel like it went a little bit differently, didn't it? Like, didn't he block the path with a boulder?
So in the original Odyssey, what happened is they came to this island, and now they had parked their ship and it was hidden, and they had their men, most of their men at another place, like not too far away though. So he came in with like 20 men, and they brought stuff that included the wine to trade because they saw a sheep farm and assumed there is people here. And they wandered into the cave, and then his crew started eating into the preserves of cheese and stuff back there. Which was rude on their part. And so
Indeed.
eventually Polyphemus comes out and is like, who the fuck are you guys? As he's escorting his sheep into the cave. He ends up trapping them in there with a giant boulder, and then Odysseus is trying to maneuver his way out of it, but it does not work. What happens is, for several days, they end up stuck in that cave, and Polyphemus is slowly eating his men.
Right.
He loses a lot more men in the Odyssey than he does in this musical, because there's a lot. But he does end up drugging Polyphemus with the wine with a lotus fruit. They blind him. The same instance happens where it's like, who blind you? Nobody. And it just causes confusion with the Cyclops. They're like, what? No one hurt you. Then like they make fun of him and stuff.
I guess I forgot that. I guess I forgot that. Like, I remembered him telling him nobody so that would be the message, but I guess I forgot who he said it to.
Yeah, to the other Cyclops. They're a lot more than just the one. But him and whatever left of his men eventually escape by attaching themselves to the bottom of the sheep. Because Polyphemus is blind, he's just feeling the sheep as they go out the door to make sure these people don't escape. But they managed to tie themselves to the bottom of the sheep and escape.
Those gotta be some strong sheep, man.
Very strong. Well, I mean, they're Cyclops sheep, so yes.
Oh, so these aren't just regular mortal sheep?
I mean, they're considered an immortal's pet, which sometimes technically is It's hard to say. In most cases, there probably are just regular sheep, but like they did manage to hold these men and still be able to walk. So I'd
Okay.
say they have a little bit more oomph to them.
It's whatever Polyphemus is feeding them. He's taking good
Yeah.
care of those sheep.
He's
I
being a
don't
good child.
remember. Does he raise them to eat them? Or is he raising them for like the sheep milk for the cheese? Or like, what's he raising them for?
They're kind of like his pets. So
Okay.
but he does make the cheese and stuff and like that. And
But
then
he's
if they
not
do-
eating them.
He's not eating them. He's burying them, basically.
Okay.
But yeah, so like they are his little friends.
Yay.
I do like the depiction of like how bigger the other Cyclops are, because he
Mhm.
is like a child compared to the rest of them.
Mm,
Take that into account.
Indeed.
So, like his conflict of like dealing with the situation, like you just came and killed my sheep. So his child like justification is, well, now I have to kill you.
Mm-hmm. Not just one of you, all of you. But I'll let you stay
Oh.
till last.
I'll let you stay to last as a courteous for you giving me the wine. Like it's very childish in the way he thinks, and I like that portrayal of him.
Mhm.
Instead of just in one version that I read, he was just very arrogant and like dissing Zeus, and I'm like, how the fuck are you still alive, bruh?
Right.
Like I know who your daddy is, but like, how you still alive, bruh?
Right.
Like you don't do that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, Zeus might be your uncle, but he'll still smite you.
Oh, 100%, he would still smite you. Like, you don't do that.
The god family tree is like.
We don't talk about it. Listen. I don't like it. But like they were just depicting what was going on at the time. So like not a lot of good things were going on at the time, and the gods represented that. So that included that.
Right.
Listen, the only decent god is Hades, and like him and Persephone have like the best relationship in the entire pantheon, and like it's not like some people will argue like, oh, but he kidnapped her. So did every other god, but she was chill with it.
I feel like him kidnapping her is like the fan fiction of Peach and Bowser, of like he's not actually kidnapping her, she's into it. Not that I've read any of those fan fictions, but I've seen the fan art.
Here's the thing, a lot of depictions, the same like pose for like kidnapping is also the same pose for marriage, so that could have just been a translation issue. But
yeah, because like it sounds like she was absolutely willing, man. And then she gets to leave. Like she's only there half the year. She's still doing her own thing, doing her own job.
Right. And you like here's the fun part. Like nature is not Persephone. Like Persephone is not a goddess of nature. At least not in the Greek mythology. That is Demeter's job.
She's the goddess of spring, right?
No.
No? What is she the goddess of?
She is known as Dread Persephone. She
Wait,
is
what?
an underworld goddess. Yeah.
Wait.
That's her title, Dread Persephone.
That's fire, but so what is she a goddess of?
So she predates Hades. So Hades originally didn't exist.
Wait, Persephone's older than Hades?
Yeah, she's from Mycenaean area. She is way older. So in the we don't know the
Laura
original.
Olympus got that way backwards.
So she is in that, like, it's very pieced together, mind you, because of translation issues. The underworld god at the time was Poseidon, and a lot of
Interesting.
and there was a story between Poseidon, Demeter, and Persephone ended up being the underworld goddess eventually. Like in some translations, some people depict, like, because Poseidon ended up turning into a horse to chase Demeter, who turned into a... There's way too many horses in the story to state that. But Demeter turned into a horse to run away from Poseidon, and Poseidon turned into a horse to basically chase her down, and eventually, baby.
I see.
There's
I see.
There's a lot to that.
We're getting Loki up in here.
But like, I don't know what the correct term, what the correct story is, and like I can we could go and, like, it's like you're translating in an old dialect, because the Mycenaean alphabet is way different than the Hellenistic alphabet.
I see.
So like, we don't really know what her original predict, like, how she was described originally, because any information about that was also hidden in a secret, like, little cult that you had to be a member of to know anything, and that cult kind of died.
Dang it, those cults.
Yeah, the very secret cults that don't get to tell us our information, and then that lore just dies because, like, they don't live very long. But like, but still, like, the relationship between Hades and Persephone has always been just a really good relationship. Like you're telling me that she, who is a daughter of a nature god, wouldn't know what the pomegranate seeds would do eating it in the underworld?
I'm gonna be real. I think she ate that fruit so that she wouldn't have to stay with her mom all the time.
I think so too, but I could be
She was
wrong.
like, hey, I could stay here like half the year. Like, okay, all right, bet. My mom's gonna be real mad, but I can deal with it. Can you? All right, cool.
Like, they're a really nice couple. Like, Hades doesn't do anything wrong, like, other than, the one dude that deserved it.
Oh, there's only one dude that deserved it?
Well, okay, so technically there's two dudes, but, like, I
feel like there's a lot more than two dudes that could deserve things, but go ahead.
But, okay, so the story is basically, and there is these two guys. I can't remember their names, but I will remember them later in post. Basically, they decide they want to marry the daughters of gods, basically. So, one dude decides that he wants to marry Helen of Troy. At this time, Helen of Troy is 12. Yeah, but they kidnap her, and he's like, well, I'm gonna have to wait a while. Yeah, don't question it. And the other dude decides, I want to marry Persephone. So let's go kidnap her from the underworld. So they go to the underworld, and then who greets them? But Hades. Hades offers them a seat at his table, and then they're trapped by snakes and attacked by the horrors of the underworld.
Beautiful.
And literally, like, later, because Heracles later comes through the underworld because he's trying to get Cerberus. He frees the one dude that kidnapped the Helen of Troy originally, but when he goes to free the other dude, like, the entire world shakes, and he's like, well, I'm leaving you there. Sorry, buddy. So that dude is still attached to that chair, forever tortured for thinking he could take Hades' wife. No.
So what you're saying is Hades didn't care that much about the other guy, but the one, yeah, no, you're not touching that one. He's staying right here.
He's staying right there. And the only other dude that technically deserve it, I think Persephone chose that punishment for him. Because you don't piss off Persephone. But yeah. And that's the dude that forever has to roll a boulder up to the top of the hill and it rolls back down.
Sisyphus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah! I know things.
You know things. Proud of you. But yeah.
What did he
For
do?
anyone that basically, he died. Before he died, he told his wife not to do any of the funeral preparations and whatever. Because, okay, so originally he was going to die.
Okay.
He ended up tricking Death, which is a different god, and
Right.
capturing him. And so Death was captured. So that meant nothing was dying.
Oh no.
So eventually, the gods were figuring that out, and they were going to go free him. So he told his wife, "Hey, do not do any of the funeral preparations. Just throw me on the street." And she's like, oh, "Okay." And so eventually, they free Death. He dies, and he goes to the underworld. And then he's basically pleading to Persephone to let him go back up because his wife isn't preparing any funeral preparations, just threw his body into the street, and he's giving all the sob story. And Persephone, being very kind as she was, like, "Oh, well, you can go back a couple of days and take that all into consideration." And he goes, and then he just fucking bails. He just runs.
He
And then
thought
later
he could pull a fast one.
Yeah, he thought he could pull a fast one, and he just fucking bails. He's like, "Nope, bye," and just evades death until he's like very old. And by the time he does die, and he has to relive his consequences between death, Hades, and Persephone, and eventually that is his punishment for attempting to run away from his fate.
Percy's like, "Oh, you're gonna pull a fast one on me? Oh, you won't be going anywhere very fast forevermore."
Don't don't do that. Just don't do that. But yeah, so there's some mythology lore for you, I guess.
Fantastic. I love it.
My inner nerd just went whoosh.
I found the fox's special interest.
Mythology. Oh. It's like Greek and Egyptian mythology. I know way too much about.
It's not like
Roman
I haven't
mythology.
redeemed that redemption on your streams.
No, totally not.
Yeah.
Roman mythology, I know a little bit. I get annoyed with Roman mythology for reasons.
I mean, isn't it just copied and condensed?
Kind of.
Like the cliff notes, like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change some things so it's not exactly the same.
Yeah, pretty much, kind of. I have issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is
Rome's
it
fine.
Is it
No,
fine, Fox?
I hate Rome. I hate Rome. I know it's a thing. And a lot of people love Rome, and I'm like, but let's look back before Rome. Look at Greece. Like, look at it. It's cool. Or let's look at the Egyptians minus some. Ugh.
Look, when you have a civilization as long as the Egyptians went, there's gonna be some ugh in there.
Yeah. Let's not get into that down the hole. We'll talk about that later. Alright. Are you ready for the last song of this saga? I've talked way too long.
Aye, Captain.
Go.
Ooh. What, is he in trouble?
Sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft. Your dead friends can attest.
Hey,
Oof.
Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned you, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone.
Oh.
This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way, you won't waste my time. This way, I'll close the door. Consider this is my goodbye.
That's just like you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the strain. What's a title that he got his land? If I'll never sleep at night, I'll remind you I saw you as a friend. But now we're done this way. You're out of my head now. This way, you won't plague my life. This way, when all is done, you're out of sight and out of mind. This way, you get what you wanted. This way, you can save your time. This way, you close the door and have your damn goodbye.
You're not looking for a mentor. I'm not looking for a friend. I mistook you for a general. What a waste of effort spent.
At least I know what I'm fighting for while you're fighting to be known. Since you claim you're so much wiser, why's your life spent all alone? You're alone!
One day you'll hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day, but not today. For after all, you're this day you sever your own head. This day you cut the line.
The little minion.
Lost it all.
The little Winion. Look at him.
Little guy.
Oh, guy.
This is my goodbye. This is my goodbye.
Man, breaking up with Athena is harsh.
Consider this is my goodbye. This is my goodbye.
But I can't hear you. Oh, Jesus.
All right, pause. So, yeah. I forgot to mention in the last time we talked about Warriors of the Mind that this is all happening in Odysseus' mind, which usually means like in a couple of seconds.
Right.
So these conversations between Athena is just a couple of seconds.
Right. They're not physical.
They're not physical.
Because she's not physically appearing to him with other people around and whatnot or anything else.
No.
She doesn't need to do any of that.
Nope. So it's just in his head.
Which makes sense. She's a warrior of the mind.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that's my last goodbye. It's the last song in the Cyclops saga. What's your opinions of it?
Intense. Like this is setting the stage for the rest of his trials and tribulations.
Yeah, yes it is.
He has officially scorned Athena, and she has officially abandoned him.
Yes.
Ish.
But yeah, so this is like basically it's a breakup between friends.
Mm-hmm. I'm not looking for a friend. You weren't looking for a mentor.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the depiction of it, and I also like the little Winion.
Little guy.
The little guy. I can't wait for a plush to come out of that. I want it. Give me it. It's so fucking cute.
It is. Perfect little mascot.
Little perfect little mascot. But yeah, this was the second saga that came out. This was the Cyclops saga. This one only had 4 songs, but it's a wonderful It's a wonderful saga.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's a really good song.
Yeah.
I like musically. It's like I'm not really a music professional, but like I do like the music beats, like the piano and how dramatic it gets and how it fades at the end. It's really fun. Like Athena's is the piano and then Odysseus is the guitar. So when they're mashing together, they just sound so nice. Yeah. But yeah. Ugh. Sorry. So, opinions, thoughts, so far as we're going through this.
I mean, it's all good. It's all really good. I like the interpretations of the gods and the characters and everything, and yeah. Athena's angry. She's Odysseus is also angry. Like, my friends are dead. And she's like, you have an army to lead, a navy to lead. You're supposed to be a general. You're not supposed to care about friends.
Right.
I have something to fight for. You don't need something to fight for. You need to just fight.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Athena doesn't have any chill.
Athena don't have no chill. Probably. But I do like the story beat where he takes Polites' headband. And the last animatic, it's just wrapped around his wrist. But in a lot of other animatics, it's wrapped around his head. In the same way that Polites would have worn it.
Oh boy.
He's a boy. He's keeping his friend with him. So as we're going through these again, like these are done by fans, so not all of it is accurate, but there has been some bits and pieces that have been canon and would appear in the maybe if this ends up on a musical Broadway production. Maybe we'll see. I don't know.
We shall see.
If it does, I want to go see it.
Especially if they make the plushies.
Oh yeah, definitely if they make the plushies. Like, heck yeah. They're already working on tea. Yeah, there's a Athena tea blend out. Or at least they're doing pre-orders for it.
Oh. What does Athena tea taste like?
I don't know.
What would Athena be drinking? An Earl Grey? I don't know. I don't know enough about tea.
I don't know much about tea, nor do I know what would complement Athena. Listen, I know a lot about Greek mythology, doesn't mean that I know everything. I know that technically in the Trojan War, she was on I believe she was on the side of the Trojans, wasn't she?
Oh.
Yeah, she was on the side of the Greeks, obviously, because she was pissed off at Aphrodite.
Oh, right. Yes.
Because she was so sweet. Listen, at that point in time, the gods were split because of this whole debacle between the fucking who's the fairest of them all.
Oh my god. Talk about tale as old as time.
Right. It's really funny though. We're like, yeah. I like how my brain's just like, you know this stuff. You've watched, you read, you did all this other stuff. Why are you blinking on things? I don't know. Maybe because it's late and
Maybe because you have a human brain and not a computer brain.
Can't wait to download my brain to a computer so I can remember shit.
So that you can do control, is it control F? Control F, right?
I think.
Yeah. And just do a search function through your mind.
Right.
Pull up whatever you want.
would make life so much easier if I could just pull
For
up the
real.
information.
No more Presque-Vu.
But yeah, so I don't know when we'll pick up next time, because it's late here and I have
Yeah.
to work tomorrow. So the next saga is the Ocean Saga.
Ocean. Oh. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
That one also only has 4 songs. So
Okay.
that should be fun.
Mm.
But yeah, this last animatic was definitely done by Mercy again, because of I wanted to have the Athena come back and send us goodbye. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh shit, let me try that again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. We will be covering the next saga in the next video, which I don't know when we're going to record that, but we'll find out. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you like this content, I do more stuff like this. I'll probably start doing more reactions just to have more stuff out there, because I like reacting to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to share so much with you, Mom. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's so many musicals, but I don't know if you would appreciate them or not.
Rude.
They're all
What does
history
that
musicals.
even mean?
They're all just like random like history musicals, and like one of them's not.
I appreciate it, Hamilton.
Yes. Okay. But like, there's other stuff that I'm curious about reacting to, and I'm curious if you have anything that you would think I would like, and we could react to at some point.
I know there's one that my child showed to me. They showed me one song from it, and I was into it.
Oh.
I don't remember the
Which-
name of the song, but it was about King something's wives, and it was all
It's 6.
It was-
It's the musical 6.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes.
Zala has 6 wives.
Divorced, beheaded, died, divorced, beheaded, survived.
Beheaded,
Yes.
survived. Yeah.
That.
His 6 wives, so it's Henry VIII.
Yeah,
I
that
know way
guy.
too much contact information, so that would be fun to go through. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!